Chat. Alright. First trade of the year. First trade in over 2 weeks. I stopped trading for the year like mid-December, so it's been about 3 weeks almost. Or maybe 3 weeks. But yeah, let's get into it. This week, Monday and Tuesday, couldn't find any trades, didn't take a trade. Today was Wednesday, found a trade, but unfortunately we caught a loss, and in total the P&L is about like 2,500, I think, something around there, because this is 525 times 3, which is like 1,575 alone, and then mixed with my other accounts. I was one trade from losing my XFA, and yeah, I blew my XFA today. It's probably just going to close around 5 p.m. Central Time, so this account is gone, which I got my return on investment from it, so, nothing to really be mad about that. Yeah, I haven't traded since the 17th, so exactly 3 weeks ago, so yeah. Took it on the live as well. It was so overwhelming and kind of like so much to deal with, because I was copy trading across these 3 platforms. What I plan on to do when I get the next payout is to use that money to get a copy trader, which is TradeSync, I think is the most popular one that a lot of people use. So that's the plan. It's like $100 a month. I'm not trying to pay that right now. But yeah, definitely gonna invest in that. So I don't have to keep going I don't know. So I don't have to click 3 different buttons. I can just click one button, then it executes all my trades on every account. So yeah. Let's go over the trade. Try to make this quick. Annoying loss, I can't lie. I'm just gonna be real. Just an annoying loss, but I did what I was supposed to do, and I did my job. I can't be mad at the result. Can't be mad or happy about the result. I just had to, see what I did good and see what I could improve on, and take it on the chin. Take it like a man. So let's go over the trade. I'm gonna go full screen now. Market open, kind of ended up pumping. This past weekend, since it's been a while, since last weekend was about the Venezuelan president getting captured by the U.S. A lot of stuff factor into that. The oil prices and the market itself. I guess the market priced in Sunday night bullish. I don't remember. I don't really. Yeah. Let's just go over the trade. So price open. I had these draws on liquidities, draw on liquidity lines marked out and stuff. I wanted to be bullish. High time frame was kind of bullish. We were coming into this gap, respecting it. Overall we're just pumping, right? Overall we're making higher highs, higher lows, all that. But yeah, took it short today. Something I'm starting to write down now. I think most of my losses come from me trying to trade against the high time frame trend, which it's tough because that's my strategy, but that's why I really think about continuations, because trading against the trend, they always tell you trade with the trend. Trend is your friend, and that's what continuations are. But I don't know. If it gets to that point where I really, really need to think about and really need to trade differently, that's what it's gonna be. But I got my payout. I got all this progress from doing what I've been doing. So I don't want to. If it isn't broke, don't fix it. That's one of the biggest lessons I've learned in trading. So yeah, enough yapping. Let's get into the trade. Market's pumping a little bit. We took out some draws on liquidity. I don't think this is quite all-time highs, even though we do have this, but this is I don't count this because this is a new contract, right? So this didn't we people weren't trading this contract during this time. So if that makes sense, I think all-time highs is like above 7,000. I've never seen 7,000 before. So we swept all these highs, right? We swept all these highs. Failed to do so on the Nasdaq, so obviously makes SMT, which is this high right here. So we took this high out on the S&P, didn't do so on the Nasdaq. I'm looking for my criterias, my confluences. I wanted to take this on the S&P, but never really got an entry, so I was looking at this fair value gap to get inverse. It eventually did. I mean, you can count this as equilibrium getting retraced into, but I mean, there is no 5-minute low either I mean, it doesn't really matter, but there's no 5-minute low to consider this as a high and a low and then find equilibrium. And also, we didn't really break structure back to the upside. This is where the retrace happened. No break of structure is what I've been learning. So that didn't really count. We ended up just dumping this news. Oh yeah, news drop, or we had news I mentioned earlier. And on alpha, there's a rule you can't trade 2 minutes before or after high impact news, red folder news drops. So that was also a thing, which is pretty dumb in my opinion. I get it, but just dumb. But yeah, at this point I'm looking for the retrace. I was ready to take something because I saw everything I wanted. Liquidity sweep, 5-minute SMT, 5-minute break of structure, or IAVG, and then 5-minute retrace, what I'm waiting for. I mean, I was waiting for this. So at this point, it was equilibrium I was waiting to get hit, which was so close. I mean, we're so close for equilibrium right here. And I was just looking for an entry. Never got equilibrium, so I was being disciplined, being patient. And then we eventually made this 5-minute fair value gap, and at this point I was trying to wait for it again. I was like, come on, give me that feel. Never got it, just ended up dumping. And I was like, damn, probably not gonna get that retrace that we want. Probably just gonna call it a day. But also, I was monitoring the Nasdaq, and Nasdaq was lagging, but I mean, it still could play, or it still gave us an entry that I was hoping for, and then we eventually got. So, I mean, here's the retrace, right here, and at this point in time, this is where it was. You can see the line on the right side of the screen. I mean, I was looking at this. I was like, if we get this inverse of this gap and a break of structure, I wouldn't be opposed to taking this short. And we eventually got a nice reaction. I mean, very bearish reaction right here. Kind of messes up the RR, but you know, what are you gonna do? Beggars can't be choosers. And then yeah, we get an IAVG break of structure. I entered. Exactly what I wanted to see. Now, take profit was based on this unfilled 5-minute gap, and I potentially would have left the runner for this hourly draw on liquidity, but you know, we didn't even get a chance to even think about it. I don't even know what this was based on. I was trying to look and see if it was like based on Venezuela and the United States. I think the U.S. captured something Venezuela this morning, but I forgot. But yeah, that happened. But yeah, I mean, after we saw this reaction, shortly after entering, I thought this was gonna play out immediately, but I was completely wrong. And yeah, I mean, I gotta take it like a man. Took a L. I take full responsibility for this loss, for all my outcomes, and yeah, I accepted the risk. I take responsibility, and yeah, it's always my fault. It's never the market's fault. That's the recap for the day. Keep this under 10 minutes. I risked it about 500, but I'm gonna show you this and then end the video. Risked about 310. Oh, there's a balance. Yeah. 300, 350, lost 310. So there's that, and blew this. But okay, So this trade was based on I needed to take a trade so this account wouldn't close. It's like every 10 days, 10 days or 10 trading days. You need to take a trade unless it closes. Now this was Sunday night. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little high, and I was with one of my one of my friends, and I was just looking at we're talking about trading. I was looking at the alpha. He was like, take something, bro, take something. And yeah, I was being stupid. This is just, I said it in the moment too. This is just gambling. I stopped myself after this. I took this trade, bro. Like the next day, I didn't realize, but I was trading NQ. I wasn't trading MNQ. I was trading minis, bro. Just not good. I was high, bro. And then I ended up making that loss back. And then after this, I closed. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stop. That's just gambling. So I was up. About what, $21, 22, and so that's why I lost like 520, because I thought I was gonna offset it, so I'll be down on the account 500, but I forgot there's a trailing stop loss, so now I'm really down 1475, 100, not 1500 flat. So that's the reason. Full transparency. I don't really have to explain it to anyone but myself. But yeah, I don't want to get this video too long than it already is. That's it. God bless. This week is NFP, so we'll see how it plays out. That's it. God bless.